Hi everybody, welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Jimmy Garoppolo checking in with the 49er faithful. Fired up, let's see what's going on. Welcome to the QB School. So this video is a small sample size of what will be available this week on the Quarterback School Patreon community. If you want to see the entire video, the full game, every offensive snap, fully breaking down all sorts of detail, really what it's like to be in an NFL quarterback room, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community. The link is in the description. As for this one, small sample size, let's get it going. Here we go. Jimmy G, 49er faithful, checking in. What's going on with the quarterback situation? Let's check it out here. Nice little play action shot down here. Love this design. Fake the bubble, rip the slant. Lots to love here. The NFL's favorite RPO here. Variation of some sort of run to our right, their left with the bubble. In reality, play action, quick little fake bubble, and hit that slant. See a lot of teams do different iterations of this. I loved how the 49ers got to this two-back set in this game, really had a plan for what they're doing run game, no surprise there. But pure play action-wise here, and then you get in with the shift and the motion. So we shift back to here, now we're in split backs, then we fast, technically fast four, motion that thing, but look what it does to the underneath coverage. So now they're coming out thinking, oh, we're going to get the swing screen, the bubble screen, whatever. We're going to fake like we're going to block, and then we're going to take advantage of this space. Usually paired with another slant or a little in or fin or indie, whatever. And just 1 to 2, really easy, simple, clean read. Again, really nice play design also. Look at that space, though. This is really a thing of beauty. Certainly helps when you're running the rock well. Again, I wouldn't say the most impressive throw in the world, but operating within the confines of what they're asking him to do. Smooth, clean decision-making, paired with the play design, getting the ball out on time, accurate, on the body, on the break, lots to like, as opposed to some other throws. To me, this is just a wide open check down that must be caught, and really kind of shows what I would say some of Garoppolo's kind of issues from a distance are for me. He's always had what I would consider a really great lower half base footwork wise, but right here he really gets up on his toes. I mean, he looks unsettled. Toesy, 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 and then skymails that check down. And this thing is there. Now, I will say that I don't necessarily love this play versus this coverage. So what is this to me? This is a variation of quarters. Pretty easy to see the shell here, right? All these guys have a fourth of the field or variations of it. And to me, this is just a variation of Y cross air raid here. So we're coming across here like this. Whatever is on the front side, I think right here they run a go and an out. You can have any different concept over here. Usually paired with a post if you're at Ohio State, or a curl or an in, anything right here. And you just read this thing left to right. Well, with quarters coverage here, with this specific one, especially when you don't get a lot of depth by that number 2 out here, you can really kind of get yourself in trouble because the corner is going to go with the clear, the flat player runs with the quick out, and now this safety, so now it's really a game of these 3 for these 2. So he's able to come over here and you're going to run right into him, so it's not there unless you get just a ridiculous amount of space, which is harder in the pro game with the tight hashes. So there's less space for that horizontal stretch of this kind of cross. So you're running into that safety. And back here, it's basically 2-on-1 on the in and the dig or the curl. So it's a nice job of eventually getting to the check down. They do a great job of this little into the flat, put your foot in the ground and bring it back. He just misses them. So, nice decision here getting to the check down. But, gosh, we'd love to be able to just put it on him. I mean, it's so good that they come back and run this play. I want to say the next play and hit it. But Garoppolo just getting through that progression. You can see it go left to right. No, 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 yes. Toesy. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, is to sit back there and be confident with your footwork, your timing. But man, to throw these checkdowns, especially wide open checkdowns, this will frustrate a lot of people, a lot of coaches, a lot of quarterbacks too. Next one here, 3rd and 11, beautiful throw. A little, I don't know if I'd call it a seam post to 11 here, right down the hash. Just really a thing of beauty on a 3rd and 11, massive play in the game. Tight window, just the outstretched reach of 55 here. You can see the yellow glove get right into the lane. I mean, look at that window. Whew. I mean, that is tight. That's outstanding. Great ball location, great timing, design-wise here, taking advantage of the areas of the field. Getting a little man. Once this underneath coverage goes with the back, it creates that big void, and that rat or thief in the middle of the field just can't get over and make the play. Again, check out Garoppolo's base here. So no heel click ever, all his cleats in the ground, loaded, and drives the ball. Nice rhythm, accurate, generates force going through his target as opposed to popping up. Ball sails on you, can't put it where you want to. Again, it's a little bit easier when you're, not easier, this is a hard throw. Easier to stay in rhythm when it's your first read like this and you're ripping it on time. That's really a nice throw. And it's honestly, those nice throws sometimes are as frustrating as the misses because you know what's possible. Right here, little touchdown speed right option. I feel like every other video, break down a touchdown pass on this. Really nice job by the right tackle here. Look at him jump outside 98. That allows you to kind of secure the edge, get the vision you need. Just a beautiful throw, front pylon. They get there a little bit different as far as true sprint right option for me has more of a whip route, so it's almost like an outside release. And then you run the back of the letters and come back. You can throw it high. Think Dwight Clark, the catch. And then you come up here, get your feet in the end zone, and run it quick out. Here, they're trying almost for a rub. So it's in, up, and you get the same spacing. So there, with a rub, now you get your little pick, rub, whatever you want to call it. Really nice throw again. It doesn't look like a hard throw, and I wouldn't say it's the most difficult throw in the world, but it's not easy either. Run into your right, tight window, pylon. Really nice job by Garoppolo here. This is a big-time conversion here for a nice little touchdown. Well timed in the game. A great job by the right tackle too. Nice play call. Still amazes me that NFL defenses give up that touchdown. Next one here, just a big old in on the backside. Really love the play design here. A little quarter roll, play action shot again. Now, make no mistake about it. He's wide ass open for NFL standards. But there's a lot I really love about this play design offensive architecture. First, the play action, then the quarter roll. See how he doesn't line up? He doesn't end up right behind the center. So they move the launch point of the quarterback. Then you throw back the other way. And it's just a real nice rhythmical, I wouldn't say it's a touch throw, but it's not a drive throw either. It's almost like a firm kind of like layup. Now, the other thing I like about this throw, or this concept, I should say, is that oftentimes when you run dagger or a variation of a deep end like this off play action, it's the in and the clear. But here they end up kind of running like a leans in and then he gets back out to the flag or deep corner, and it's almost like a spray release in. I really do love the condensed sets that they use in this game for the run game and a bunch of different blocking elements. But then when you spray these releases, you really end up opening the window even more as opposed to if you just ran straight from where you are. See how the window is so much bigger with that yellow line, that yellow route? Then the other thing to pay attention to here with the underneath coverage is we get a little bit of a robot gone rogue. So oftentimes a technique linebackers will use in play action or nakeds or overs is they'll hit the run fit, play the run, realize it's play action, turn and run. And call robot, hunting up the over, looking for any over or crosses. Well, he ends up seeing Kittle kind of check down over the ball and ends up doing a full circle robot. So when the linebacker drives up on Kittle, it creates just this massive void that then we're able to hit. And it's really because of a number of different reasons, from the spray release, from the linebacker robot. Look at 54. See him track him all the way down as opposed to running to the in. The linebacker tracks Kittle on the check down to sit over the ball, and it creates a big void. The other thing here is when you run with the vertical of number 2, 55 up top with the number 2 receiver, when you run with the vertical of number 2 to protect the middle of the field, because the middle of the field's open, you got to run with the vertical of number 2 to protect that pipe or middle field read type throw. It creates just another huge lane in the curl. And if we get nobody in the hook, middle square area with 54 and the robot gone wild, then, I mean, that's just a massive, massive hole to throw the ball. No one around him, 5+ yards. And Jimmy Garoppolo does a really nice job. Well-tempoed ball, accurate. But again, these are the things I think he's at his best when we're doing creative play action, able to put his foot in the ground, drive it, not necessarily a fastball, not necessarily a touch Russell Wilson moonball, but that right in the middle, kind of middle tier placed ball right over the middle of the field. This is just an absolutely outstanding route. I really love this. I feel like I've seen this now a handful of times. Maybe I call it the Renfro. I don't know what they call it in the league. But to me, this is that fake reverse whip arrow type route and go. And this has to be a touchdown. This is just simply not good enough. And I know he could get his feet in, and I agree that the wide receiver could get his feet in, but this should and needs to be a better throw. So what is this route? What am I talking about? Oftentimes you'll see these guys come out, fake like they're running a quick out, put their foot in the ground, and come back in. Heard it called a loop, a reverse arrow, a whip, whatever you want to call it. Recently, this year, I've seen come out, fake like you're going to go back, stutter your feet, and then keep going. So it's like a double move off the double move, if that makes sense. And then something happens here. These two guys are obviously don't want to be in the same spot. Guessing the number 2 just gets jacked off of his stem here. But man, this is a really cool route at the bottom of the screen. Watch this thing. Into it, stutter your feet, keep going. He actually gives a stutter and almost like a lean back. And I mean, that's a touchdown. You put it anywhere in the back corner. Never in history. Although that could have been history. You just got to find a way to get your feet down as opposed to your knee. But a better ball there certainly makes it easier. You know, it looks like some indecision as far as his part. You know, is he pumping because it's not ready? Timing of it just doesn't quite look right. But man, obviously he needs to put that in a spot. Can't miss touchdowns like that. Then the last one here that I love, use check, just a special skill set. Really Kittle and use check together here. Going vertical threats. Kittle with a 7 stop. Use check with a seam. I'll be honest. I don't remember ever seeing a fullback run a seam versus middle field open, what I'm going to call a variation of quarters. Seams are tough versus quarters. They really are. It's not a, now this one kind of is wide open, but I don't ever remember seeing a fullback be able to. And I got some good friends that are fullbacks, but there's not a whole lot of them that could shift from the eye, line up in the wing, and go run a seam versus quarters. Look at him lean on this route. He avoids the reroute at linebacker and then leans back and then comes back in. Again, really love the footwork here from Garoppolo. Check his base, the timing of this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, all his cleats in the ground. See that? All his cleats in the ground. Stays nice and level with his shoulders, eyes, and is able to drive that thing right down the hashes. I mean, just what a cool skill set for a fullback to be able to get out there and bring that into the vertical passing game. Versus quarters. That'd be one thing if it was like country cover 3. But that's quarters. That's designed to take that throw away. And if it wasn't there, you got your tight end running a 7 stop on the other side, and it's wide ass open. I mean, that's crazy. First of all, the space that's available in that coverage by the Minnesota Vikings is its own issue. But Jimmy Garoppolo, really nice job driving it down and taking advantage of those weapons that the 49ers have in kind of unique spots. Being able to manufacture kind of semi-vertical chunks here from a fullback seam versus quarters. Really nice. So that is a wrap. If you are interested in the entire video, the entire all-game breakdown of Jimmy Garoppolo, 49ers versus the Vikings, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community. As always, I appreciate the support. I will see you next time. Have a good one.